How much do you love your body? On today's episode, we dive in and start looking as February is the National Body Awareness Month. So we are episode 109 for Another Day podcast. It is Tuesday, February 1st, 2022. Yes, it's already February, and February starts the National Body Awareness Month. Now, you might be wondering, why are you talking about this today, Rick? Well, I came across a study that we're going to talk about that is titled, Women with Anxious or Avoidant Attachment are more likely to experience body image self-consciousness during sex. So, with that being said, let's look at, though, your willingness to love yourself. So, what would you say your best traits are about you? Would you go internal? Those qualities that others find as a friendship? Would you go external and start talking about your hair, your eyes, your body style? During this month of February, there is a push. There's a push for this National Body Awareness Month. And it really takes a look at where does your focus come from. In modern media, they will go ahead and say this is about anorexia and bulimia. It's about starvation diets. I want to go deeper. I want to go into the psyche, into your head, to really try to understand how you appreciate your body, how you're self-critical about your body, how that changes your perception of others, your environment, what you do, and how you say it. But when you boil it down and when you crack it open to the inside, I would want to know, are you willing to let yourself love you more? Are you willing to let yourself love you more for who you really are on the inside? For some people, it's a scary inside. It's a traumatic inside. It's an ooey gooiness that we'd rather keep locked away so that there isn't a mess that happens when we let that out. Are we truly willing to do that? Are we truly willing to look into the depths of our souls and to realize that there are scars and misgivings that are there? That through all of this, your body on the outside is that reflection of the body on the inside. I think it even comes from, in the Bible, Matthew chapter 15. I think it's verse 18. What comes from the mouth comes from the heart. And I think that's very true. How true and pure is that heart for which it speaks? How true is what's inside you is also portrayed on the outside. And so this month, as we're looking at National Body Awareness, while others are looking on the outside, I want you to turn inside. I would love to hear in the comments below when you've been able to say, I went to a therapist, Rick, to a counselor, and I told them what was on my inside mattered more than what was on the outside. I want to change what's on the inside so that my outside will change. Are you willing to do that this month? I'm not saying right now, and I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight. But do you have a willingness to let what comes out of your mouth be that from your heart and it's pure? From that which is corrupted, from that which is difficult, from that which is traumatic? Are you willing to give those things up and heal them so that you can have a better self? And a better self is not wrong. Better self shows that you're willing to go the extra step, to go the extra mile, so that you can give an authentic self to others, whether it's at work, at school, within your family. Giving a true, authentic self that is healthy should be a goal. Aerogarden 360 is your chance to grow fresh hydroponic herbs, vegetables, and flowers year-round. I grow enough basil for fresh pesto every 2 weeks and jalapenos year-round. It's so easy. Click on the link below to start growing yours today. So remember, from what comes from the mouth comes from the heart. The second part of that, the next following verse says, "For out of the heart also comes evil thoughts, false testimony, slander, thievery, immorality, murder." Those things also can come from the heart. So it's time for change. So this study comes posted on, December 6, 2021 from scipost.org. It's titled, "Women with Anxious or Avoidant Attachment Are More Likely to Experience Body Image Self-Consciousness During Sex." This actually comes from the journal Computers and Human Behavior, published June 14th, 2021. And so this study revealed that women with insecure attachment and women with higher pornography use were more likely to experience body image self-consciousness during sex. The findings also suggest that women who are anxiously attached and currently in a relationship are especially vulnerable to the negative impact of pornography use on body image. This has become an issue that continues to grow, has been growing exponentially in the last 20 years. And because of social media and our ability to consume media and pornography, it's now the women are uppacing to the men. So they wanted to look to see if body image during sexual activity refers to a preoccupation with concerns during sex. What the research team was looking at was they were looking to see how to explore the interplay between attachment and pornography use might impact your body image and self-consciousness. So now, an attachment theory contends that a person's intimate relationships in adulthood are part of a reflection of the early bonds that they formed with caregivers during infancy. People with an insecure attachment might be more likely to use pornography to quell attachment concerns like fears of rejection or intimacy. So this sample was over 1,001. Of course, they had to have the one Israeli women who completed an online survey assessing body image concerns during sexual encounters. The anxious attachment scale that they used assessed fear of rejection and a need for approval from a partner. And the avoidant attachment scale assessed a fear of intimacy and avoidance of self-disclosure. Finally, the respondents indicated how often they had viewed pornography within the past 6 months. So the women were between 18 and 56 years old. 81% of them identified as heterosexual. 62% identified as in a relationship or married. So the results indicated that pornography use, anxious attachment, and avoidant attachment were all positively correlated or connected with body image self-consciousness. These findings are in line with previous studies that suggest that insecure attachments can impact women's body image. Unreliable caregiving in infancy can lead to fears of being abandoned or fears of intimacy, which can then be carried out into adulthood. These fears may surface during sexual encounters, manifesting as concerns even over their bodily imperfections. Interestingly enough, from the study, they found that pornography use was positively linked to anxious attachment, but not to avoidant attachment. Furthermore, among women in relationships, pornography use mediated the link between anxious attachment and body image self-consciousness. This suggests that the use of pornography can amplify attachment concerns among women with anxious attachment, awakening body image self-consciousness during sex. Whenever you need a cup of coffee that's always smooth and never bitter, try Cameron's Coffee. It's the closest I've personally found to the perfect roast. There are so many flavors to choose, but I always seem to reach for the breakfast blend. And for those busy weekday mornings, try the EcoPods. Click the link below to order yours today. So this month, this day, are you willing to take a look at yourself and who you are and what you do and what you hide from others and make a change? Are you willing to open yourself up for that ooey gooey-ness that's on the inside, the pains, the struggles, the triumphs, and the fears, and expose that to change? Letting that air out and make a difference in your life. If you're not sure how to do that, consult a counselor or therapist. Look for help. Look for those abilities that others can help you realize that your body, inside and out, matters.
Shout out to our listeners in Columbus, Ohio and Ashburn, Virginia. Thank you so much for your support and continue to share these podcasts with others.
I want to leave you with a famous quote from psychologist Ed Diener. Probably the biggest insight is that happiness is just not a place, but also an ongoing process of fresh challenges. Peace to you today and always.